Hey, it's LSFD here today, and today we're here to talk about another teaser. But then before that, you remember yesterday Lexus actually announced the LBX in Italy, and that was actually an entry SUV which definitely looked great. I did get some feedback that the LBX does not look like another Lexus. It doesn't look like a Lexus. But I do think that the LBX will set a new design language for Lexus, and you'll see a little bit more of that in the upcoming TX. With these teasers that we got today, we see that the GX, we actually will see the front of the GX. And when you look at the old pictures, you already see that the GX is a very boxy vehicle. There has the light bar, we have Lexus spelt out, and a very boxy, rugged GX. We do see that there is the triple beam LEDs, which we did not see in the LBX. LBX seemed to have one single bi-LED. So with that, the GX definitely will still have the triple beam and also has the L-shaped lights, the daytime running lights. In this teaser, we actually see that some parts of the grille. But now, today, we now see the new teaser, and now we're seeing almost the full frontage of the GX. So zooming into the GX, you can see here there are definitely fog lights. We see the triple beam, and now we see the front the front of the GX. And one thing that we've never seen in previous GXs or any Lexus vehicle. And what really has changed is really that spindle grille. You can see that the spindle grille actually is broken on the bottom side. It's not like a full spindle. There's actually new shapes that they've created. And it looks a little bit more tough, but then we can see that Lexus has started to change the spindle grille. And I think this could be directionally from Lexus itself, that they have to now remove or get out of the spindle grille and start making the spindle body and even the new design in the LBX. But definitely leave in the comments below, what do you think about this new grille or this new design that we're seeing here? I think it's taking portions of previous spindle grille designs and now making it different. Definitely looks decent on the grille size. It doesn't look too large or too small. Not like the LX where it actually becomes like extremely humongous. I think this actually is a fair change. But then you can see those sharp lines really makes this GX very, very strong. And looking at the top, you can see this is a very boxy SUV. And the black top does look like there's a floating roof, and it does make it look totally different design. I think this GX looks much better than the current generation. So what would I expect? So we know that there's a trademark for the GX 550. The GX 550 most likely would be a 3.5 liter V6 turboed, and I think it's similar to the LX 600, but it probably would be detuned for a 550. We don't know what else will there be. Will there be a hybrid version of the GX? Not a lot of information. It could be a GX 600H, 650H, or even a 700H. Really don't know. And also, will there be a plug-in hybrid? Hard to say, because I think it's not going to be that easy to fit a large battery in the GX. But if there is, maybe it would be a more performance-oriented plug-in hybrid, but I doubt that will happen right now. I do speculate, I do think that there should be a hybrid, but we won't know until the announcement is coming. So let's stay tuned and see what the GX will come on the day of a reveal. Do you have any speculations of what the GX will look like? Leave in the comments below, and what do you think will there be? Will there be a GX 550 or a GX hybrid? Let me know in the comments. Alright, so then we switch over to the TX. The TX, we do know that this is a 3-row SUV, and it sits above the RX, and probably below the GX. And this one is not body on frame, so definitely it's not an off-roader. And when Lexus actually teased, it looked like very close to what a Grand Highlander is. And we all know that the TX is going to be a much luxury version of the Grand Highlander. And we know also, based on the results of what we've seen on the Grand Highlander, there is a lot of information already. And this is really just more of a Lexified version of the Grand Highlander. So what they've actually also shown is how they've integrated the Mark Levinson, the E-latch system, and all the stuff that is Lexus versions of the product. And based on the teasers, they also shown the seat arrangements, and the seat arrangements seems to be exactly the same as the Grand Highlander as well. So that really hasn't changed. Now, the last teaser actually also shows more of the frontage of the new TX. And what surprises me is really the design. The design follows very, very, very similar to the LBX. So we start off with the headlights. You can see that it's been swift the other way around, exactly the same as the LBX. And when you look at the LED lights, it looks like it's the bi-LED that we see in the same part bin as the LBX. And that's actually quite interesting because the LBX is actually the entry level of the crossovers, and the TX seems to be using the same part bin. I'm hoping that they will have a triple beam, but I'm having a hard time to recognize how would the triple beam work in such a small capsule area where they can actually put the headlights. So a little bit concerned on, will there ever be a triple beam TX? One thing that you also notice is that the Lexus emblem is now on, it's actually not on the hood, I think. The hood will open above it, but it's still now focused on the top, unlike where the GX is actually in the front. So now the Lexus logo being on the top of the hood, where is that radar cruise control, which was typically behind the Lexus emblem? And I would say that if you look at how the lines are done with the grille itself, we see the spindle body, so there is that line of the spindle body, and we do see that there's some details inside the grille itself. But if they had to do it like how they did it to the LBX, where there's like a square rectangle box opening on the grille, it will not look good on this TX. And if we look at the leaks of the TX design, there is no box. So what I'm thinking is right under that Lexus emblem, you see that gap? I think that's where that radar cruise control is. And if that's the case, that's a very good design, a good way to hide necessary things, and hopefully that will actually work out. We also see on the bottom where we have the fog lights, the design looks very similar to the LBX as well. So I think that will have the fog lights and the cornering lights as normal. And then on here you also see the side mirrors. The side mirrors looks like it's from the same part bin on the NX and the RX. So definitely there is a lot of Lexus sharing parts here, and from the speculation, we're gonna see the same shifter, the same designs for a lot of the things. But I think that's all we can see from this leakage, this teaser, and hopefully we will be seeing more information on the day of reveal. So talking about powertrains, we know that there will be a TX 350H. There was a trademark for the TX 500H, and also another trademark for the TX 550H Plus. So based on the Grand Highlander, we know that the hybrid Grand Highlander is essentially the 350H, and that's using the 2.5 liter using the A25A FXS engine. And that's roughly about 230 something to 250 horsepower range, and also about 230-ish pound-feet of torque. So that's the standard, and I think that will just be their normal. Then we have the 500H, which is like the Hybrid Max, or similar to the RX 500H, which uses the 2.4 liter turbo and also uses a 6-speed automatic transmission. So there's no ECVT on that. and also roughly 300 plus horsepower with about 400 pound-feet of torque. So that's really more the performance side of it. I don't know if it's going to be an F Sports performance, but that's what happened with the RX. So is this a TX 500H F Sport performance? We don't know. And then there is the TX 550H Plus, which we don't know the specs of the plug-in hybrid on this at this moment. And what I'm thinking is probably either the 2.4 liter turbo with the bigger battery, giving it the 550H Plus and giving it the EV range. Probably the same 18.1 kilowatt battery, but I don't know if that's going to be coming to Americas, because when you think of it, the only plug-in hybrid from Lexus is the NX 450H Plus. The RX 450H Plus is still not available in Americas at this point. And when you think about it, all the plug-in hybrids are built in Japan. And the TX seems to be an exclusive Americas product. So what does that mean? Where are they going to be building the TX 550H Plus? So I think we will not be seeing the plug-in hybrid on the reveal day. This could be a mid-cycle refresh. In 2025, when they actually have the battery plant, we will see the plug-in hybrid in Americas. Well, let me know in the comments below. Do you think what I'm saying is going to be right, or they'll be surprising us with a plug-in TX? Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, and share this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that alert button to get notified when new videos are posted. If you'd like to support the channel, you can definitely provide a super thanks. I'll see you guys again next time in the next video.